beautiful these are. That might be kind of cool. Hello, 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 Pure Fam. So, today I'm really excited, more excited than normal, because it's the first kind of Therapy Thursday type video that I'm making. And it really all came about because, well, this topic in particular came about because I was talking to my cousin, who's like my fave, Taylor. We were talking about just like relationships and stuff, and I had mentioned that I started to really read into astrology and how it relates to people. And you know, there's your zodiac sign, there's your I can't remember, ascension sign, I think that's what it's called, ascendant sign. Yeah, I wrote some notes down over here. Ascendant sign, and then there's your moon sign. And the moon sign is the one that I find relates to me the most, because I'm a Gemini, and I don't find that I relate to what a typical Gemini is. Like, surface level, everybody's like, oh, they're two-faced and they're two different personalities, and it's like one extreme or the other, and like, you know, maybe it's not always a bad thing, but it's always like one way and then the complete opposite polar way in one person. And I don't find that I'm that way, but I read into it a little bit, and they were talking about, well, you know, astrology talks about your moon sign being more true to the person that you are versus like a just zodiac sign in general. My moon sign is a Scorpio. Although I'm a Gemini, my moon sign is a Scorpio. That's basically where the moon was when I was born. So at the time I was born was 1:15 a.m. or 1:14 a.m. And based on that, I was able to calculate my moon sign as a Scorpio. I find a moon sign more important than just like a regular zodiac sign, because the moon sign is said to describe who you are as a person, like inside, emotionally, kind of like your soul, you know, deep down. Your ascendant sign is kind of what you put on, like what you want others to see, and your moon sign is like who you really are. Since I am a Scorpio moon sign, that just means that my emotions kind of take on the qualities of a Scorpio zodiac sign. Everything attached to my moon sign makes so much sense to like who I am deep down. So everybody that I know says that I'm so sensitive, and like I feel so strongly about so many things. So many small things make me happy, so many things I think are cute, you know, something sad, I'll be like, oh my god, like I'll feel it deep down. I feel really strong emotions. That's it. So everybody's like, oh, she's so like, let's just make sure we don't, everybody who loves me, not people who I don't know, because of course they don't know me, but people who know me know that I am kind of sensitive, and they'll try to tiptoe around hurting my feelings, or like they'll try to say things in a certain way so that I don't take offense to it, or I don't, like, my feelings don't get hurt about it. And up until very recently, I found that as a flaw of mine. I found that the way that I am, how intense I feel things, how my emotions are, how sensitive I am, I found that as a flaw, because I found that a lot of people in the world that I've come across are not like that. A lot of people are not like that. My mom's not like that. My sister's not like that. My fiance's not like that. My dad is similar to me. I think I'm closest to the way that I am, like personality wise. I think I'm closest to the way my dad is out of anybody in my family. But everybody has they just don't feel as emotionally like whatever as I do. And I found the way that I am as a flaw, and I wanted to be similar to my sister and my mother, who are very strong and, you know, don't let things bother them. They are able to like push through hard times really well, and they don't feel it so deeply. But I, on the other hand, do. And I found that people took advantage of that a lot of times in my life, whether they be friends or someone who I was in a relationship with. And so I found it as a flaw. And I would try to adjust myself and not feel the way that I felt naturally because of it being an inconvenience for someone else who I was dealing with, whether it be like a friend or a relationship, kind of thing. For a long time, it was really difficult for me to just kind of accept how I was. But with time and with experiences that I've had, I've learned, that it's not a flaw of mine. It's actually a really great thing to understand yourself and accept yourself. And, you can act like someone else. Maybe you can take traits from other people and you're like, oh, I want to kind of become more like that person or whatever. But after a while, that may get tiring for you, depending on what it is. If it's like great things like being more responsible or like whatever it may be. But for me, for example, trying to be more like my sister and my mother and how strong they are and how things don't affect them, or if it does, they don't show it. I can't be that way. I can try to be that way, but I'm not that way. That's just not who I am as a person. And so accepting that I'm not that person has allowed me to deal with situations so much better. For example, when I would deal with a person, anybody, because I know how I am, how sensitive I am, I would kind of accept things that were not okay. The way that they treated me was not okay. And I'm talking about everybody, friends and everything. The way that they treated me was not okay. And maybe in some people's terms, people who didn't mind being talked to a certain way, or like who didn't mind being treated a certain way, that would have been okay for them. But for me, it was not okay for me. And so I would try to kind of be like, oh, Lauren, it's not even that serious. Just like, it's not a big deal. Like, that's how they treat everybody. So like, don't be so like sensitive about it. And I feel like that hindered me so much. It was just kind of like a tough time. High school was tough for me. College wasn't so bad. College really wasn't so bad. A relationship that I had in the past, a couple relationships that I had in the past were just real shitty, real bad. The worst people. The worst people. All that has allowed me to become who I am now, and allowed me to view situations and learn from my mistakes and make the best decisions based on who I am as a person, not trying to adjust the way that I naturally feel to make situations easier for someone else. I feel like it has to do with self-love and self-acceptance. Once you love yourself, once you accept yourself for who you are, your life will be so much better. I take time out of the day now versus like in the past to say positive affirmations, 1, and then 2, I'll implement things that make me feel good. So I'll do yoga, which helps me feel a lot more relaxed and zen and feel more comfortable in my body, like just like my limbs and stuff just feel more stretched out and I don't feel tight and stuff. And then I'll eat healthy majority of the time. I'll take things like vitamins and apple cider vinegar and stuff like that tastes like not that great, but it makes me feel good. So really taking care of my body and my soul, has been really important. And so I wanted to come on here and kind of let you guys know that you can transform your life and the way that you look at things all on your own. You are in control of your happiness. Someone else could do something to you or do something in your life that sucks, but you are in control of your emotions, and you control how you look at those situations. So if you look at somebody, for example, who maybe hurt you, did something that was really mean or really stupid or whatever, and you know who you are as a person, and you know that you didn't deserve that there was nothing that you did that caused that person to do that, you can look at the situation, kind of step back and look at the situation for what it is. And it's usually a person who's going through some self issues themselves, and they're taking it out on you or whatever it may be. And you can look at that person and, feel sorry for them, or feel like not as angry. Maybe it'll frustrate you, but you won't feel bad about yourself, because you know that person, it's completely that person and it's not you, because you didn't do anything. You don't deserve that kind of treatment. I think a lot of people tend to try to convince you that you are the reason why these things are happening to you. And the only way that you can control your life in situations like that, where you have somebody coming at you and they're like trying to make you feel bad, trying to convince you that you're the reason why things are going bad, trying to convince you that the way that they're treating you is what you deserve. The only way that you can take control of that situation is knowing who you are as a person. So if someone's like, you're the reason why you're getting this treatment, like it's because of you that I'm being rude to you, or it's because of you, something that you did that allows me to talk about you to other people, and you completely deserve it. Well, if you know you're a good person, and you know that you didn't do anything to this person, you didn't do anything to deserve that, you put out good energy into the world, you're positive, then all that stuff that they're talking is just noise. It's just noise. It's just something that they're using to try to hurt you, to try to break you down. But when you're strong, when you're solid on the inside, there's literally nothing anybody can tell you to make you feel bad. So I want you to think about, if you're someone who is going through a tough time and you're not really feeling that great, you feel like life's kind of like blah, I want you to think about somebody that you really care about, somebody that you really love. And how would you treat them if they were sitting there saying, oh man, my skin looks horrible today, I look fat today, nobody's gonna think I'm cute today, nobody's gonna want to date me, I have all this negative stuff going on? How would you feel, or what would you tell someone who you loved, who you genuinely thought was a great person, and that they don't, you don't want them to be sad, but they were constantly talking down on themselves? What would you say to them? How would you cheer them up? How would you make them feel better? So now think about that person and what you would say to that person, and do the same thing to yourself. So if you find yourself thinking really negatively about who you are, things about you that you maybe don't like, immediately just step back and be like, no, I'm beautiful. Even if you don't feel like you're beautiful, if you keep saying it, you kind of knock those negative thoughts out of your mind. It's all about, there's this book called The Secret, and it's about positive affirmations. Speaking positive things out into the world makes all the difference. You need to wake up every morning, speak positive thoughts out into the world. Speak the things that you want. So I want a home. I want to be able to get a home, and I want to have like 3 bedrooms. I could have a beauty room, and like I could film somewhere, and I want to lose 10 pounds, and I want to do this, whatever. Speak those things into the world. Like, I will have a beautiful house with 3 bedrooms and one that I can film and have a beauty room just to myself. Speak that out into the world every day, 2-3 times every day, and believe it. Believe that that's going to happen. Believe that you deserve that those things are going to come to you, and it will happen. I'm a firm believer of positive affirmations helping in your life. Speak it out into the world. I'm beautiful, I'm slim, I have a nice booty, my nose is cute, whatever it may be. Speak those things out into the world, and I guarantee you that you'll start feeling better about yourself. There are other things that go into it now. Like, for example, if you want to lose weight, you can't just say, I'm slim, and then just eat cheeseburgers all day. You have to take care of yourself and your body and eat clean, eat better, smaller portions, whatever it may be. Everybody's different. Everybody's body's different, but you have to just step out there and try it. Just try one thing. Maybe eat smaller portions. Eat the same things that you eat, but eat smaller portions. And if you find that doesn't work, usually it takes me about 2 weeks to notice anything different. So if after 2 weeks you find that it doesn't work, then maybe try something else. But it's important to really work towards those goals, those affirmations that you're putting out into the world. Please continue to put them out and also work towards those affirmations. So I want a home. So in order for me to get a home, I find that speaking it out into the world, I will get a beautiful home, 3 bedrooms, 1 room for my beauty room. I will say that all day, every day, I'll say that. And then taking steps to make that happen. So for example, my fiance and I are not having a big wedding. We're not really having a wedding, actually. We're getting married, but we're not having a wedding because weddings are really expensive. They're like $20,000, $30,000, and for all that money, we could put that towards a house and get a house. So we've decided not to have a wedding and to get married and to do things different, and it'll cost way less, and the money that we could have spent, we're gonna put towards a home. So that's a step in action that I'm taking to make what I want come to life. So I'm staying positive, I'm speaking out into the world, I'm saving money, I'm doing these things to make this happen. So it's the same thing for you. Whatever it is that you want, speak it out into the world, make a plan, and follow those steps. Just because I say I want a home, I can't just say I want a home and then just like wing it. You need to have a plan. So as far as self-acceptance goes, I would start with just really thinking about who you are as a person. Like, who are you really? Not like who you want to be, traits that you want to incorporate into your personality. Who are you? How do you feel about things? And once you accept that, you're able to make decisions in your life based on what will make you the happiest. So then the other thing I was talking about is your moon sign. And my moon sign has helped me to realize and accept myself and who I am as a person. So now I feel so much stronger. Go and look up your moon sign. I'm telling you now. Go look up your moon sign. If you feel like it relates to who you are as a person, deep down, like even your flaws, things that you don't think things that you don't think are that great about you, if it actually relates to you, I think you should follow it. I think you should believe it. I think you should accept it and make decisions in your life based on who you are as a person. That's the best way to be happy. Life is all about self-acceptance and self-love, period. I feel like, my opinion, that's the only way for me to be happy. And I find that if people were to implement those steps into their lives, they would be so much happier, and they would stop trying to compete with everybody else. Stop trying to compare yourself with everybody else. Stop trying to adjust for everybody else's liking. Once you love yourself and you accept yourself, that's all you need. That's all you need. So I'm gonna drink my coffee, gonna go run some errands. I just filmed an Instagram live on my personal page. I'm trying to figure out if I should do it on pure content too. So let me know. All right, Pure Fam, I will be back next Thursday with a little something for y'all to ponder on. If you have any suggestions on something you want me to talk about, personal experiences or anything, please just comment below and let me know. All right, bye guys.